Good morning, how are you? Farmer Rob here, Cannonall Farm, on a beautiful, sunny, slightly chilly morning. So yeah, wherever you are in the world, welcome to our little farm in Barnsley. We've had a bit of an escape overnight. We've had some sheep out, but thankfully we've got a sweeper, and Elaine is on her way up to make good the evidence of last night's escape. So I'm stood in what is, you know, my favourite view in the world. Let me share that with you. And this is a sight I will never tire of. It's a Georgian landscape. It was planted here by I think it was Richard Woods, who was a disciple of Capability Brown. It was a planned landscape. It was something that was designed to be aesthetically pleasing, and I think you'll agree, it's a pretty good-looking view, especially on a day like today when the sun is shining, and you can see all the livestock grazing down there on permanent pasture. Nothing better than permanent pasture for capturing carbon and keeping carbon locked away deep in the soil. Nothing better than livestock for looking after the soil. So we're proud to be farmers and proud to be food producers. So good morning to everyone. If you came yesterday, thank you so much for coming. If you watched last night's broadcast with Jules, thank you again. It was a really enjoyable hour that we spent on our platform. There's Elaine buzzing away on that sweeper now, hopefully making good the mess that the escapologists have left behind. It was Supporters Day yesterday. It went incredibly well. We're really chuffed with it. We changed the format a little bit. We mixed it up, and we thought that people seemed to really enjoy it. So let me flip this round and have a look at what folks are saying. I'll keep the view. It's a bit nippy this morning. Leanne says the view is so beautiful. Anne says looks like a beautiful morning. Janice says morning Rob, better day than yesterday. Absolutely, it was a shocker, wasn't it, yesterday? Really wet, but it was reservoir filling. You know, it was it would make a difference. But this chill in the air this morning, it's not far off freezing. It's 4 or 5 degrees, and I've got my long johns on because I just knew it was going to be cold. And I think I was right to do so. There's Gordon's cattle grazing contentedly. I'm sure they're feeling the chill as well, but it's that time of year, isn't it? We know it's coming. We've got to pull our big boy pants up and accept that summer has come to pass, and that there's a beautiful autumn out there waiting for us to grab hold of it and make the best of it, and that's what we've got to do. So there's Elaine, scurrying away with a sweeper. Hopefully she's able to make good the mess that the lambs have made. Someone didn't shut the gate. I don't know who, and it doesn't really matter who, but it is a problem because it leaves extra work for the next shift that comes on. But anyway, we'll try and do better. So one of the first jobs this morning is to run these donkeys back outside. Now it's stopped raining. There's no reason for them not to go back out. They're happier out. We brought them in yesterday tea time because they just had a day of it. They just had a relentlessly wet day, and you know, you don't. All you need after a relentlessly wet day is a relentlessly wet night, and before you know it, something's got pneumonia that needn't have had it. So we felt that was necessary. David and I, and who else helped us? Charlotte was on stay late, and we got them in, and it, you know, and I just felt so much happier. I was talking to Jules about it last night. You know, we went off to the pub, and I said to him, I couldn't have been happy sat in the pub knowing that that those donkeys and llamas were outside getting wet. I'm waiting for David to come up now, and I think he was out. He went out to on a big session, so he's not appeared yet. So I'm hoping he's not worse for wear. Jules and I went down to the Spence. Jules came up for Supporters Day. He stopped at my house. I went down to Spencer's with you know, with all my family, you know, and some of our friends, and we had a really nice evening. It was champion. So he set off back to Hereford this morning, and he's on his way. Look at that. That's enjoying the sunshine. Elvis enjoying the sun. Chris says, you look almost angelic with that sun behind you, Rob. I think that's as near to angelic as I'm going to get. Gillian says, good morning, all. Catherine says, good morning, Rob. Yvonne says, happy first day of autumn, everyone. And Jane says, morning, Rob. I'm so good today. I was able to come to Supporters Day and meet Gracie. Sadly, I wasn't well. Oh, no, get well soon, is all I would say. Got the live last night with Jules, was great. Thank you so much. I think that live broadcast is still available. I would imagine there's a way of getting it. Lisa says, how's Charlotte's sheep that featured on Yorkshire Vet? I'll find out, Lisa. I'll let you know. Julie says, morning, Rob and everyone. And Elaine Rose Hamilton says, good morning, Dave. It is good morning, Dave. He's just arrived. That was timely. So these donkeys and llamas are coming out. I'm going to go up to the top and make a noise like a gate. I'm going to turn them one way or the other. So we will wait up here for the donkeys and llamas while Hannah and David sort them out. Two very yeah. He's shouting me. This will make a change. We're going to make a plan. Pardon? Well, shall we get the donkeys out first? Dead. It's alright, I'll take everything down once. So what's the plan? Shall I wait? Shall two of us go up there? Do you want to go and up? I think they'll just come out. Well, or shall I hold them at the top of the ramp while you two get them out? And then one of you come past me.
And then we'll shut this gate.
Yeah. I'll hold them here, David, until you've got them out, and then one of you come past me. Yeah. He's had an heavy night. 1,600 people. Give us a share if you want to see the donkeys and the llamas going back out to the field. Over the muckboard they go. Look at Gary. He could make a jumping donkey, couldn't he? You stay there, old lad. Look at the size of him. He's a big Spanish donkey, isn't he? So that's worked nicely. Now, Hannah, you come here, Dave. No, I'm going to go in front. You come here and hold them, and then when we're ready, you let them come. Yeah, but don't do it yet. Yeah. Don't believe him, Hannah. If you go down and take them springers off, and I'll turn them down towards you, but I'll not let David do it until you're ready. So the pumpkin patch is taking shape. All we need is weather like this, and we'll have a fantastic pumpkin festival. Still some work to do, you know, still quite a bit of work to do. But yeah, we're excited for that. I'll show you how it's going in a moment. So David is down there with girded loins. Hannah is making her way down there to open the electric fencing. The llamas and donkeys are ready for the off. Pamela says, good morning, Farmer Dave and Hannah. Pauline says, good morning, Farmer Hannah. And who else is there? Give us your comments. Val says, good morning, Rob and Dave. Good morning, Val. Give us some shares if you possibly can. Let's see if we can take it beyond 2,000. And not quite, Dave. And Cheryl says, good morning, looks a nice one. There, it is a nice one. fantastic weather today. If you're thinking of coming down, then we've got a fabulous offering to show you. We've got Grace, the giant Shire Horse, back on the farm yesterday morning. I went to fetch her in time for Supporters Day, and how fabulous does she look? We're going to go down and see her shortly. Dee said, good morning all, it looks cold. Julie sent 200 stars. Sally says, morning from south of France. We are to our friends. What a privilege to have a wonderful day at Cannon Hall Farm. Emma says, good morning, Farmer Robert. Mandy says, hi, lovely. Hey up. What's Dave? Dave, you can just walk them up. I know, but Gary's stuck down there. If you just go back, Dave, and walk them up, and I'll send these down to Hannah. Yeah, please. Dave, it's fine, just... Go on, Elvis. Off they go. So we'll leave them to tootle down there towards Hannah. Davy's now got to go back and get Gary the donkey, who wasn't as desperate as the llamas to come up in this direction. So Elvis is having a nibble in the hedge. And it really is a rather lovely sight. I'll just move back this way a bit and deflect the donkeys if they come running. So there's Gary, Daffodil, Cynthia, and they're not that desperate to come, are they? Gary's sort of says, I'm happy in the barn, but I'm pretty sure once he gets back out in the field, he'll be a happy Spanish bred donkey. Oh, look at that, he's getting a trot on. Morning to you both, says Anne. And Carol says, hello farmers Rob and Dave and all the farmers at Cannon Hall Farm. Go on. Go on, big lad. There we go, the lambs are waiting for Hannah's. Hey, look at the little ones. And they've got a trot on. So everything is going as I hoped it would. Here is that's Dick's pumpkin allotment, and he built that on Friday. He's very proud of it.
Is it Mr. McGregor's?
Well, he wants to call it Mr. McGregor's. Well, I said we could call it Mr. McGregor's garden, and he wants a sign now saying Mr. McGregor's garden. So the lambs are back out, looking champion. Bonfire's over there, ready to finish off. Hey, look at that kid. So that one's glad to be out. Let's just zoom in. Let's zoom in doing zoomies. There, they're booking a kick. The lambs are off. If you come in today on the tractor ride, you'll be able to see them. 2,000 people watching Gary live his best life in the field with his girls. So, someone, a very kind lady yesterday, gave me some fingerless gloves, and I wish I'd brought them. Because your hand gets, you know, when you stood here for an hour and a half, this hand gets really cold. Yeah, but I can't put them in pockets when I'm doing this, can I?
I'll have to get you like a brace for your shoulders and your forearm.
Well, we were looking at that yesterday, actually. You can get you can get these 360 cameras, and it'd be more for doing videos than live broadcasts.
Like GoPros.
Yeah, and you're just on a stick, and the artificial intelligence. I was learning from Jules about it. The artificial intelligence actually frames out the stick, so it doesn't look like you're holding anything in your hand. It just looks like
it's a drone shot.
You're being filmed. Very clever. And then when it comes to editing, you can take any angle you want from the 360 degrees. It's beyond me, you know. Luckily, Dale knows how to do stuff like that. But yeah.
And a big thank you to Dale yesterday, giving his Saturday up.
Yeah.
The supporters day.
So that's Dick's pumpkin garden. And then these are some of the photo ops that were ready building. There's loads of stuff to come yet. And obviously the main event is still to arrive, the pumpkins, and I think they're coming on Thursday. So starting Thursday, we're going to have an intense week of work, getting the pumpkins out, laying it all out, making sure that everything is hunky-dory, yeah. We managed to tidy up our little roundabout as well. Got it gravelled, got a membrane, got rid of the weeds, and we put the old potato digger on as a... But I think in due course we'll do something else. We'll maybe have a statue of my dad on there. Yeah, I think so. And a tree. A statue of my dad and a tree. You know, maybe a tree that he's cultivated or something like that, or a tree that's close to his heart. So, anyway, something like that, I think. Oh. Right, we've got quite a lot of mess about there, so it might be worth giving Elaine a bit of time to try and get it up before running about.
I can get some more bales down and I can do the rubbish.
We could shift this these hurdles so she can just have a clear run round now, couldn't we? Did your heart sink?
Could you see some pull-up floor and I thought, they never got all them sheep out around house.
Yeah.
It was the 40s day.
Yeah. Did you think we'd been doing a wacky manoeuvre?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, we're going to take all these hurdles down now, so that Elaine can get round with a sweeper and hopefully right the wrongs of the Great Escape. So what's everyone up to today? Have you got family commitments? Are you? I see there's a tidy match on later. Is it Arsenal against Man City? I'm going to watch that. So that'll be good. I do like football. I was disappointed yesterday that Barnsley lost after dominating the first half, really dominating the first half. So that was a shame. But it's only a game, isn't it? That's one thing I found out. Football is only a game. It's not life or death. And there's always another day.
Somebody feels left out because they didn't come to support today.
Oh,
You get invited now.
didn't you?
I'm sure somebody will give the Saturday up
Yeah.
for you to work.
Yeah, you should have volunteered, Hannah.
I just said, are you wanting to come on the podcast? You went, no.
Don't you want to come on? Why?
Yeah, I think you've got a story to tell about your horses.
You think?
100%.
But I've been thinking about you, right? I think there's a name we can call you.
What's that?
The Red Shepherdess.
There's already
There
one.
is one. Hannah Jackson.
How about...
Just say, I'm the Red Shepherdess. Why don't you call yourself Red Shepherdess? And then have a massive argument with her about who's the real Red Shepherdess.
do you know her?
Yeah, kind of.
She's been here, Rob.
I know.
She's been here. She's bought goats off us.
Jack-
She's a nice lady.
Andrea.
With Danny.
Oh, the farrier.
Yeah.
Andrea's cooking Sunday roast for my mum and dad. What a lovely thing to do.
I fancy a Sunday.
I might cook her Sunday roast for my mum and dad today.
Do it.
I might do
And
that.
if there's some left over,
You should
it
fetch
can
it
come
for
by
all of us.
direction. Are you going to do mashed turnip?
I don't
Your
know.
dad loves turnip.
I like turnip. Andrea says, heading home to Kent, had a fab day yesterday with the supporters event. Loved the apple bobbing. Oh, yeah. Tell Hannah about the apple bobbing. Dave, for once in his life, he showed a lack of oil in his lamp. For once in his life. Normally, I would always credit David with being resourceful.
I tried to get the
You know, I'd credit him with always finding a way and being resourceful. But you didn't have any oil in your lamp in that first game, did you?
I did. I got there in the end, but all my apples are upside down.
Oh, God.
The hawks would, and I tried moving them.
It sounds like
Moved in the right direction.
it sounds like leaves on the line excuses. This, the apples are upside down.
Well, it is true. They were all sideways and everything. Then all of a sudden they were right, and then I were like, I was just picking them. I did like 4 or 5 quickly.
Mandy Hardy is off to an MRI before starting a trial for spinal pain management. Mandy, good luck with that. We know I know what spinal pain feels like, and it's miserable. So I hope that really works for you.
I'm just saying, I hope my thumb's better for pumpkin carving.
So what you done?
See,
Oh, look at that. Let's show you this. Which one do you think is the fat thumb of those two?
I can't bend it.
So you've sprained it, haven't you?
Yeah.
That's a nasty... Oh, hang on. Anne says, what about the scarlet shepherdess?
Ah. Is there a scarlet one? Let's Google it. Can an old
What
cow
about...
scarlet?
No, I know. The ginger shepherdess.
No, you can't, I don't think that's...
What? 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 What have I said? Oh,
What do you
no.
think? Would you like scarlet or ginger?
I don't mind.
Right, okay.
Oh, God, I've said
And
something wrong.
Charlie can just be Charlie, who works at Gadadol Farm. He'd like a nice name, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Fiona says, couldn't you ask Jules to stay for a morning live after Supporters Day? Well, I could have done, but he's got to get back, and he's hoping to scarify his grounds today.
Oh, interesting.
So...
His grounds.
Yeah.
Isn't it nice to have grounds?
He's got about 4 acres of grounds to look after.
We've
There's
never
a
been to Jules,
there's a
have we?
scammer
We've
on.
been invited.
There's a scammer on. Please get rid. Has Dave's new grandchild arrived yet? Says Marlene.
Harold. He's been here a month.
Is he called Harold after Harold Bishop of Neighbours?
Do you know my dad had an Uncle Harold?
Is it Harold Bishop of Neighbours?
No.
Did Poppy watch Neighbours as a child?
No.
Right, so it's not Harold
Wasn't even
Bishop.
born then, Rob.
Is it Harold after King Harold in
They didn't
1066?
like the names.
Because that spoke my
Arthur
programme,
and
that.
Harold are both kings' names, aren't they?
Yeah. Well,
Machines there. I'm hoping it's the Blues Moon. Anyway, I'm sure it has.
What we Leanne says congratulations. Someone celebrating the 51st wedding anniversary. So, yeah,
Must be another machine round.
there's 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, packed in a ridiculous places.
Well,
I can only just get past.
nothing to do with me.
Yeah. Sue says, despite the awful weather, yesterday me and my daughter had a great day. Lovely food in the White Bull, and the gelato is, I would imagine, delicious. But I'm hoping it's delicious. Let's have a find out.
Right, Rob, we better crack on then.
Yeah, you had.
Let's get his ears in.
It's the best I've ever had. Only downside on yesterday was the awful road conditions on the way home. I was so sad. There's so many people had travelled so far and were looking forward to a magical day. And I still think we had a magical day, but you can't get away from the fact the weather just put a dampener on stuff like that. Is there any way you can get that A out, Dave? What's the best way of doing it? Because... I'm going to bring them 100 back from mill. If you can get that out, I'll put them in here because it's a bigger pen. I'm going to bring them back this morning. Load them at the bottom. I know, but I'll sort it, don't worry. I'm resourceful. People have been calling me. A lot of people have been saying, have you joined the TA? Here, Hannah, just hold that a second and film me. It's not that heavy, is it? People have been saying, Dave, have you joined the TA? Is it because you've been spending time with Jules? Who do you think you are? An army man?
Really?
Yeah, everyone's been saying it. I said, look, it's just what I do. Do you think I look like I'm in the TA?
No, I just think you just look like a country gent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
We all wear green, don't we?
We've got Shire Horses aplenty, and David's practising being one. Go on.
Come on, Dave. Farm strength.
I've got a bad hand though.
Farm strength.
Oh, look at that. He's stuck in mud. He's like an old gelding, isn't he? Stuck in mud. You let me help you.
Hang on. Let me get the leg out.
You'll have no thumb and no leg next.
Yeah. Apart from that, he's in great. Right. Hold it there. That's it. Oh.
pallet folks and I move that.
Anyway, I'll let you two get on because we have a lot of tidying up to do, haven't we?
Shall I get the racing sheep in there? Or do you need me small one?
No, the electric fence were left off though, so some of the racing sheep might be in some of them paddocks.
To be honest, it were all a bit of a disaster, wasn't it? This morning
Around every corner there was something to
it's
do.
turning into a disaster. Anyway, it's not a disaster.
Did you just bite off more than you could chew yesterday?
No, we just found problems in the farm as we walked round.
Oh.
We found a calf with pneumonia
No.
in the bottom barn. Need to go and check on it.
We had the Scottish Short-Horn Society round,
And lovely people they were.
and one lady said, that calf looks like, I hope you don't mind me saying.
Yeah.
That calf was like, I said, I don't mind you saying that,
Yeah.
thank you very much.
And I'm gonna do something now, right? I'm gonna pay tribute to this young man here for taking the Scottish Shorthorn Society round in the rain and making their day.
I took him down into the bottom field and they looked at the bull.
Yeah,
One chap said it's the best bull he's seen all day.
Do it in a Scottish accent.
No.
Go on, you can do it.
It was there.
No, because he didn't say like,
Good.
you go, I lad,
The-
and all that.
yeah,
He didn't say
go on, no,
that.
but just say
He
it.
didn't say
Just say it for entertainment value.
that. Can I practice?
Go on, then practice on your own. Practice it on its own. Right, you ready? Let's hear it.
That's the best bull I've seen all day.
So this man was a lady. So he's a man with a lady's voice.
That's as good as I can do.
That's the best bull I've seen all day, laddie.
Hey, that's the best bull I've seen all day.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah.
Anyway,
Right.
I'm going to crack on.
Okay.
The calf okay?
I'm hoping so. I'm going to go and look at it now.
I think the calf's been lacking a bit of something. hasn't
It belongs to that.
No food.
You know the last cow?
Cows didn't have any
Is it a
food.
white calf?
No, no, they're outside.
It's a red and
So,
white.
so them twins are out now at Bull. So they need looking at because that's been a cold night after a wet day. You know, not ideal.
It was fine yesterday's rain, but
Yeah, yeah. Cold overnight though, Dave. Right, we'll move on. And see what we can see. So there's a load of picnic tables there that need spacing out, so they look neat and you know in lines that we would sort of want to look at. You know, they don't look orderly like that. So that's a job for today or tomorrow. This is an area that we're looking to redevelop. Actually, the climbing forest. There's not loads of people play on it. Then maybe that's our next area of leisure. When I say area of leisure, area that you know, that's our area of play, which we feel could do with could do with an investment. That's our next area to invest in when the time comes. We're obviously investing heavily this winter in facilities for the animals. You know, we'll try and do both. We'll try and keep the whole pot bubbling. You know, you need to keep something fresh to keep people coming back. I mean, these playgrounds are still relatively new, and I know from personal experience with Nellie and soon with Jimmy that she loves them. You know, she loves them a lot. She would always come up here. If it's anything like nice weather, she's as happy to come up here as go in the Hungry Llama. So David and Hannah are busy moving stuff, doing stuff, getting stuff ready. Elaine is out on the sweeper trying to make good the mess of the escaped sheep, and we're having a little cheeky wander around our play facilities because it's always nice to you know, we obviously look at the animals a lot, but it's nice to see the other things and the other reasons that people visit. And one of the reasons that people visit is great play value, and it looks really lovely, doesn't it? It's sort of almost overgrown, but not quite overgrown, and it's like a tunnel of leaves. Susan says my grandchildren loved that. Rob, well, whatever if and when we do replace the climbing forest, it'll be replaced with something better. You know, we're not taking anything away, not to put it back. So yeah, that's the plan. Lots of swings, lots of climbing frames, I suppose this will be the first area that Jimmy comes to. This area here, this is sort of like little bits of role play area. Toddlers, when they first walk in, you know, they'll get some enjoyment out of this. They'll get some play value. I'm sure it'll be a place that he'll want to come, although I'm pretty sure he'll be into his animals as well. So there's Hannah there getting the racing sheep in. There's another angle of the roundhouse in the distance. So yeah, and then you cut through here, those that don't watch every week, you cut through here and you've got the sheep racing track. We're trying to find a way to make use of that area in the middle of the sheep racing track. What can we do in there to add value to our visitors is the question. So there we are. And look at that view. I've left my car there. Need to remember that. I'll be wondering where on earth have I left that truck. And this is a good path, isn't it? This, if you were a young child and into roller skates or skateboarding or go-karting and you lived here, you'd think, wow, I've got a right thing here. So I'm sure that Nellie will make good use of this in due course. Doesn't live here, but she spends a lot of time here. And look at that view. So who else is watching? How many have we got? 2,100 people. Thank you for watching. Are you still building another roundhouse? Says Louisiana. We absolutely are. Claire says, morning Val, better weather today, but cold. It is chilly, but it's nice. And I think as long as you're dressed appropriately, you'll be fine. We're going to make a gentle wander down. We'll look at some new piglets. We looked at with Jules last night on the pay-per-view broadcast that was on our own platform. It's I think it's still available to buy if you want to watch Jules spend an hour with David and I looking around the farm. Equally, we're going to look around the farm now as well. So there's a silver birch tree, one of my favourite trees, and then we cut back into this lower area of play, and then another lower area of play with some slides down there. So we've hopefully got playgrounds that would surpass most people's reasonable expectations. We've got an area here that's designed for children and adults with additional needs, so that there are areas specifically designed for people who need different facilities to other children, but there are areas within it so that hopefully families with children who've got different strengths can play together and be part of that family. So that's what this was designed for. So hopefully, you know, children in wheelchairs and various other situations can get just as much play value as others in this space. So that was the plan, and hopefully it's something that works well for people when they visit. Right, so a few cracks appearing in the tarmac. That's a bit disappointing. Need to get some tar in them and get them shored up. So Christmas is coming, whether we're ready or not, and we've invested heavily in our Santa's Magical Elevator experience. We've got new aspects to it. We've extended it. Tickets are available to buy, I believe, and hopefully people will enjoy it more. We think we've solved the problem of queuing outside. We've got a different area where people will queue. Oh goodness me! And it'll be out of the rain. So here we go. Right. There's a bit of trees to prune. That buddleia there is going a little bit mad, but it is a wonderful habitat for little birds. I can see a wren bobbing about inside that buddleia now. It'll be picking seeds off, living its best life and keeping away from predators. If you see that little wren, you see him just flutter away. They're lovely. Let's see if I can. Or is it a tree? What's that? Let me see if I can just zoom it. I need to find it first. It's up there. It's full of birds, isn't it? Full of little birds. That's a robin, a Eurasian robin. That bird app I got's been such a good thing. I'm struggling to locate these. I'm gonna have to keep going. Right. So I think we're at the point now where these pig doors need shutting on a night. When it gets as cold as it got last night, then. Hello, missus. Definitely needs more straw. It's eaten every blade of straw it's got. They all have different requirements, but that one's definitely not remotely had enough. The rest have. Maybe she's just a sow that eats more straw. Can't see why some will be given less than others. It's nice and peaceful in here, nice and quiet. All these pigs are getting ready to give birth. They're just getting used to the place. So have the swallows gone back? I saw some last week. They sort of need to be thinking about, I hope there's none in the nest now, because they'll not make it if there is. They need to be thinking about getting back, don't they now? The swallows. It's definitely time they were setting off on their incredible journey, and we've enjoyed the company. I don't know if you guys have felt the same in your little corners of the United Kingdom, and I suppose there'll be people watching from outside the United Kingdom. Right, so let's see if we can find some piglets. So this one is empty. Good pigs. Nothing wrong with them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 good pigs, well done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Another good litter. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All good litters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. So again, well done to those sows. Fantastic numbers. So, right, here goes. Down to farrowing house 3. The people doing the pigs tend to start a little bit later. So they can do stay late and lock everywhere up and check everywhere over. That's the theory. Got some bulbs out in here, haven't we? So a good litter there. A good litter there. Look at them, that's a good litter. One, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 or 15 there. Really good. Chris says, good morning, Farmer Rob. Good morning to you. Mandy says, cool. Linda says, oh. Anne says, all very quiet. In the pig pens, it's peaceful, isn't it? Tessa says, good morning, Farmer Rob. Sorry I'm late. No problem. How many pigs do you have, says Carol? Somewhere between 40 and 50 sows. Alice says, what do you do with your piglets farm shop? Julie says, we have had 2 lots of barn swallows in the stable nest, but they have already left on their long journey. And that's entirely as you would hope. They've had a wonderful summer with us, and now let's hope they have a wonderful winter somewhere else. Catherine says, morning Rob, shared watching from a sunny, hot Malta. Love your videos, also love your pod videos. Thank you. If anyone is interested in what we do at Cannon Farm, consider following us on YouTube. All the podcasts go out over YouTube, and other content that sometimes doesn't appear on Facebook goes out over YouTube as well. So, and I'm not clever enough to do stuff like this, but if you are clever enough to do stuff like that, then consider subscribing on YouTube, watching the podcasts and watching the other content that we generate from our little farm in Barnsley. Now, quite how you go about subscribing on YouTube, I don't know, but maybe there's someone on here who could put it down in the comments in simple terms and help other people get across onto another platform that we feel as though is going to be important for us going forward. So if there's any budding YouTubers out there, I say YouTubers, people who want to watch on YouTube, then please subscribe. Don't cost you anything. Just watch it. And then if you go on YouTube and watch on YouTube, there will be ad revenue for the farm. So it won't cost you anything. The podcast is entirely free. So yeah, if you can get onto YouTube or Instagram, then please do that. It's all grist to our mill. It's all content that we're very happy to spend time accumulating, and hopefully you're going to enjoy watching what we do. So there's all kinds of shapes and sizes of piggies in here. The big ones, small ones, middling ones, and they're all wondering, what's that bloke doing up there talking to himself? Yes. Carol says, how many piglets do you have in a year? We have, say if we've got 40 sows on, they're going to average 22 to 24 a piece a year. So probably 25. So 10 25s is 250. Times that by 4 is 1,000. So you could reasonably say we'll have 1,000 pigs a year. So that equates to 20 a week, doesn't it? Or thereabouts. So, looking out on that wonderful view again. Harper says wonderful birds. Dawn says good morning all. Ria says subscribe button under each podcast. Just hit subscribe. So if you want to follow us on YouTube, Alan says YouTube is a much more lucrative platform for the creator. Now that's what I'm told, Alan. So if we could, and we're never, we're not going to leave Facebook. Facebook's been wonderful for us, and we've got a wonderful community on it. But if we can develop a YouTube family as well, then it's all good for the place. So if you're into, and YouTube is something that we will do more on. The podcasts, are obviously an area that we're going to keep going with. We enjoy doing them, and we're going to develop them. We did one with Cammy from the sheep game at the Westmoreland show. We've got other people that we're going to invite on. We're going to have each member of staff who's prepared to be. And loads of little sparrows down there. They look great. Then, and I think on YouTube we can spend more time. Obviously, I can spend time on a Sunday morning, but everyone's usually busy, so you don't want to take up too much time of the team. But on YouTube, it can be a little bit more of an in-depth look at things and maybe examine subjects in greater detail, just like we're able to do on the podcast. So hopefully that's something that's going to be fun to explore. And like Alan said, I think it does have a dividend in the advertising revenue beyond what we get from Facebook. So there we go. If you want to watch us on YouTube, press the subscribe button. Right, this is where the sheep escaped from. Who did it, alpacas? Who left the gate open? They know. Kay says, shame it wasn't that sky yesterday. And Denise says, look at that blue sky. Exactly. If anyone's wondering what to do today, and a trip here is within your budget, it will be a good day to visit because it won't be super busy. It'll be nicely busy and it'll have a nice feel to it, but there'll be plenty of room in the indoor play, there'll be plenty of room in the outdoor playgrounds, and literally with the weather forecast today, every aspect of the farm is at your disposal. You know, sometimes if it's chucking it down, then it's all indoor and it becomes a very crowded scene. Whereas today, wherever you go, you're gonna have room to breathe. And when I say breathe, I mean breathe in the beauty of the day, you know, and time to appreciate your family and your friends who you come with, and time to appreciate, hopefully, a grand day out on the farm. That's what we want more than anything. People to go home thinking, what a nice day we've had. This is the crime scene. This is the crime scene, Ruth. Yeah. I was just saying that the alpacas will know who did it. So we need to interview all suspects and witnesses. Yeah. No, the goats were loyal to the pals. So anyway, we've got to put it all back together now, and that's what Ruth is doing. She's on the JCB this morning, and she's second JCB driver to David. Between the two of them, they'll get the rubbish done, they'll get the muck moved, they'll get the straw into the pens, and they will hopefully get ready for 10 o'clock. So we're making our way down into the next barn. When I saw something steaming at the back end of Fern, then I thought, hey up. Is she carving? But no, she's just been to the toilet. We can get them ponies back out today now. There's no need to keep them in a minute longer than we have to. We brought them in last night again because of the wet weather. We'll see if we can find David and get him to... I'm always loath to take up too much of the time, you know, because they've only got a finite amount of time to get the animals sorted out. So we sort of need to sort of help. You know, I can help in a way by just blocking a gate, or we can get all the gates ready and just run them down. So we'll get Spotlight and his girls and Apache Spirit back out to the paddock, because they might as well, you know, while they can, enjoy the weather. You know, we could get some of the others out today as well. It's not going to rain. It's not too wet underfoot. These goats are all due to kid next month. That's exciting. So we're going to have lots of goats born, and we can't wait to meet them. So lots of stuff to look forward to. Lots of stuff in here that's very, very exciting. Lots of pregnant donkeys. Lots of pregnant little horses. Lots of chirping sparrows. And again, out we come to be met by that view. You know, there's a recurring theme as you come down this hill, isn't there? Is David coming up or going down? Going up or coming down? Let's find out. But what a view. Let's have a read of a comment or two. Put my glasses on. Susan said, I'm not a fan of Facebook anymore. It's full of scam adverts and false AI news. Only stay on for Carnell Farm. Well, thank you, Susan. Thank you for staying on for us. Well, give a jump to YouTube then and see if you want to subscribe to both. Harper thinks the alpacas are wonderful characters. Suzanne says, good morning, Farmer Rob. Showman says, Deborah, is Spotlight in it? Have I said it wrong again? Pauline says, good morning, Farmer Ruth. Always popular, Farmer Ruth. Always working hard. Chris says, morning, everyone, and all at Carnell Farm. And Vicky says, morning, Ruth and Winston. So still 2,100 people watching. So we've talked about Christmas. I suppose before Christmas we've got the Pumpkin Festival, which we are careering towards. The pumpkins arrive on Thursday. Excuse me. So we're, you know, excited to be putting those out. I'm sure not everyone's excited to be putting them out because it can be quite a painstaking job. It's quite a time-consuming, I suppose, laborious job. But it's a job that needs doing. And I think only when they're out and you've got that shock of orange on that field does the field truly come to life. So it's a job that needs doing. It will be started on Thursday. The moment they arrive, we'll be getting them out. So we've got Sultan the bull out, which is great. What's that? Flipping magpie there. Oh, buzz off. It'll be up to no good. Look at that. It'll be hunting for fledglings. Go on. Psst. Go on. Get lost. That's so strange, isn't it? You don't often see a tame magpie like that. Go on. Psst. Buzz off. Keep away from my birds. So... right, so Jane says, morning from Cornwall. I have some sun this morning. Angela says, is Grace going out today? We're just going to wait till it's a little bit drier to mix them, because we just don't want any slipping. Because, you know, when you mix them, there's always that chance of a kerfuffle. That looks to me like Sultan's bulling a cow down there. Now, without intruding, you know, when you see one stood behind one like that, it usually means something's happening. And the reason that we've turned him out, and there's 4 heifers and 4 cows, where are we there? 4 heifers and 4 cows. The reason we've turned them out is because they've got better surety of footing when they're bulling. When you're bulling, is effectively mating. So obviously there's a weight on the cow, and the grass, you know, the soil with a thick grass sod gives him a better chance of standing his weight because he's a big lad. So hopefully that will have happened. And it looks to me like he's either about to bull her, has bulled her, in the process of bulling her. So that's a good sign. Here we go. See how he just puts his weight. What they do, he'll rest his chin on the back. And what he's doing there is just assessing whether she's ready to take his weight before he wastes his energy jumping on. Because quite often when he jumps on, she'll walk off. And there's only so many times he wants to do that. So he'll use the weight of his chin, resting on the back end of her back. And once she doesn't walk away, he'll know that the time's right and it's worth summoning all his energy to jump up and hopefully do the job. So I think we'll maybe have a wander down there and get rid of this zoom. Right, so let's move on. We need to get Spotlight and the girls out, don't we? We'll wait for David. We'll look out for him and hopefully he can give us a hand. So Gracie's gone down to the sand paddock down there, so we'll have a look at her down there. So the barns are now, you know, not overly stocked, but lightly stocked, and that's nice to see. Everything's got plenty of room. There's Murphy the bull in with Lilibet and Lady. They were the two that didn't scan a cow. Yeah, he's definitely going to bull that cow down there, or a heifer. So they're running together to hopefully seal that deal. It's all about reproduction, isn't it? It's all about mating. It's about making sure we've got calves next year, got lambs next year. It's a matter about planning ahead, making sure that... oh, what's up with you, Robert? Got Robert and Bruce. Yeah. So that's the calf that had pneumonia last night. The one nearest to me. The smallest one. Let's just zoom it. And what we're looking for is it breathing heavily? I think the answer is yes. But it's been treated, give it a good slug of the best stuff we've got, including painkiller, and it looks calm, doesn't it? It looks settled, it looks relaxed. So hopefully we've caught it in time. So a big thank you. Oh, hello. A big thank you to the Scottish Shorthorn Society. The lady from there who spotted it had pneumonia, and it was so respectful of her to say, do you mind me saying? Because, you know, some people might mind someone saying something. We absolutely don't mind, because we we want what's best for the animals. And if we've missed something, then please point it out. We will never get fed up with that. So if David comes down, we'll get Spotlight out. I've got enough gates actually to do it on my own if I had to. That's the beauty of the facilities we've got now. We've got gates around every corner. We just need to start shutting them, don't we? And then all them lambs wouldn't have got everywhere. So I suppose there's a moral in the story there, you know. And I suppose we were last out last night, so can't really blame anyone but ourselves. We need a protocol, don't we, for what gates to shut, who to shut them, and so on and so forth. So. The reindeer are getting ready for Christmas. Their antlers are coming on very, very nicely. The Yorkshire Rose is moving towards life without a mum, which sounds awful, doesn't it? It really does. But what we're doing, we're engaging, and we have been doing for a matter of months now, in a gradual weaning process, where she's going to spend the day away from Sapphire. And Sapphire's going to have the day away from her. The bond is loosening. It's not broken, but it's loosening, and that's the best way for it to be. You know, the last thing you want is for her to be super stressed when they are parted permanently. I've forgotten Gracie. So Gracie, Blossom, Sapphire. There's Ruth up there. Let's have a word with Grace. Amazing Grace. So this whole contraption is coming down sometime next week, sometime this week. And it's going to be replaced. Hello, sweetheart. Wow. So she's mirroring Blossom here. That he's nice at the pals. Hello, beautiful. Good girl. So I was saying to Jules last night, she's obviously flea bitten, and I don't mean that in a derogatory sense, but she's got that fleck in a grey, but it's a red fleck, which makes it quite unusual. Not something I've seen before, but I'm not as, you know, worldly wise on horses as some. But she's a flea bitten, red fleck grey. Aren't you, darling? Eh? And we're very, very much hoping that we can get a foal from her. She had one last year, so it's highly probable we will. The bit that we don't know is Hercules' frozen semen good enough to get us over the line, you know? So that will come out in due course. We've got what was I going to say? We've got September now. We'll probably go again, start putting under lights in January, and try and inseminate her in probably February, and try again next year. That's all it's all we can do. Now, if it doesn't work in terms of artificial insemination again, then we will drop onto natural service, and we'll find her a stallion that suits. Hopefully a grey stallion. Hopefully something that's going to complement her wonderful assets. That one complication with her, and it will be a complication, is that she's got one side of her udder is bigger than the other, and it's a bit of a challenge for the foal to latch. But we've got to get her pregnant first. But Ted, who we bought her from, says just a matter of taking some milk off when it's first born, making it a teat size that's suckable, and he's always managed. But he's a clever guy with steeped in Shire Horse experience. But I'm sure we can do it between us. I'm sure we can get that full feeding. But she looks in great order. She looks in. Hello, beautiful. That's nice. She's come to see me. Good girl. Good girl. And she looks appropriately conditioned. You know, you can't see her ribs, but she's certainly not fat. She's about where you'd want her to be. So. Yeah, look at that. Feet like dustbin lids. And that's you see there, a pigmentation. Look at that. Fantastic. Maggie says Nope, Sapphire's shouting. So she's just shouting to Yorkshire Rose. So they're shouting to one another. So there is still that connection. When the time comes for the full weaning process, they will go to different areas of the farm, so that they can't shout to one another, because that will lengthen the period that they miss one another. So it's just part of the process. Left long enough, she would actually drive Yorkshire Rose away. We don't want to get to that point, and it's probably time now for weaning to take place. Well, it is time for weaning to take place, but we want to do it in the kindest way possible. So we've got Grace, we've got Blossom, we've got Sapphire. I do love Sapphire, actually. I think she's just got a lovely stamp of a head about her. She's got that Border Leicester Dormouse type head, and she's a lovely mare with people. She's less lovely with other horses. She's not a great mixer. Hello, darling. Got a great feather on her foot, hasn't she? She looks really well. So the girls are taking 2 big barrows of muck out of there. So, oh, hello. Now then, good girl. She's such a sweet girl. Look at that lovely clean coat. Good girl. Look at Grace. And then we've some horses on, haven't we? And we won't be able to. There's only so many you can keep, isn't there? We've got Yorkshire Rose joining us permanently. So there will be to-ins and fro-ins, and as we try and fine-tune and improve the horses, but first and foremost is to improve the facilities, and that's what we will start this week. All this lot will be demolished. To be 4 smaller stables made, and then there'll be like an exercise menage in the rest of this area here, or 2 exercise menages. So we're very, very committed to giving them the best possible crack at life. So the Sultan is with that heifer. He's following her closely. He might have bulled her already, but I suspect she's in the process of coming into bulling into season. Heather says, yes, flea-bitten grey, as she gets older, it will fade. The thing about her is, Heather, that I've not seen before, and I'm sure there's lots like that, Heather Morrison, is that the flecks are red, not black. Julie says, how is in foal, please, Rob? Well, they're all in foal. The 3 in the field here are all in foal to Hercules. Yorkshire Rose is Hercules' full sister, and obviously look at the size of Grace. And Grace and Blossom appear to be now best pals, which is nice. Everyone needs a pal in life. Everyone needs friends, and hopefully those 2 are going to be good friends. And horses are such intelligent animals, They really, really, they have that structure in their lives. They know who's boss, they know who's not, and so on and so forth. They have a pecking order, is what I'm trying to say. And I don't think either of those 2 are going to be particularly at the top of it. Hey, So, morning, Marie. Good holiday. Yeah. Batteries recharged. I know. Yeah. Oh, was it? When did you land?
Last Monday.
All right. And was it winter? Was that? I don't know. I'm not massively a fan of landing in heavy winds. Are you? No. I don't suppose anyone is.
No.
Yeah. Well, obviously you're here.
Well, I wasn't sick anyway.
We'd have put a statue up if not. Yeah. See you later. So there's some muck coming out of those pens today. Obviously the wet weather doesn't help. It makes all bedding a little bit wetter and a little bit, less resilient and needs changing more often. So it's all nice and quiet down here, all very relaxed, plenty of work to do, plenty of work going on, and probably plenty of work throughout the day to get back to where we to where we sort of need to be. So 8:35. We've got these short-horn cows in here, in this barn, are all in calf. They're all positively diagnosed in calf. They're with calves, and they're doing really nicely. A little bit of corn, plenty of hay, nothing fancy, just ticking along. The calves are getting plenty of creep. There's a little creep area where the calves can creep into. The cows can't creep in after them, and they're able to get the corn that mum doesn't get, and that keeps the calves progressing really nicely. So let's start getting some gates together for putting Spotlight out. Spotlight and his girls, we can do something to get ready for them going out and help the girls, and then we're not adding to their workload and burden. We'll shut this gate. See, there ain't loads to muck out here, thankfully. Ruth, I'll shut some of the gates, Ruth, and we'll put Spotlight back out, eh? I think we've no rain now all this week and probably next as well, so back in paddock. I'll shut all these ready. If you want to bring them down. Rare breeds. Yeah. With the others. So Ruth's going to bring them down. I've got to get my skates on and get these gates shut. Red lights. I love that song by Billy Ocean, don't you? Red light spells danger. It sort of gets in your head, that bit. Right, we'll shut this one. So last night we went to the Spencers in the village pub, had a nice meal, and had a nice time with Jules, and then he stopped at my house. One thing about Jules, he always leaves the house immaculately. We came back, and he had a glass of whiskey. And this morning, the glass is washed on the drainer. You know what I mean? He's such a neat person. You know, the towel that we left him is folded. You know what I mean? I'm just going to put this down a second. You don't know you've had him, if that makes sense. And he's good company. He's always interested. We had a real good chat about all sorts of things last night. We had an hour once we got back from the pub. And this is Rose saying, "Are you ready? We're ready. Contender ready." And then off he goes to Hereford, and he's always busy. He's a grafter. I know there's grafters and grafters, isn't there? There's grafters who dig holes and physically graft, and there are people who are always working out in other ways. And Jules is one of those. He's always busy. Needs to be busy. And doing really well. And he's very clever. He loves technology. He's making his own little films now. He's got all the kit in a backpack. He got drones. He's got 360 cameras. He's a good person to learn from. So the horses are on their way. Claire says Jules is so humble, can't wait for his book in the spring. Exactly. To be honest, it'd be a book worth reading, won't it? But he's also a gentleman. I says, will it be a kiss and tell? He says, no. he's too good for that. So he's a good man, and good to know. And I brought him up last. David was taking the Scottish Shortone Society around yesterday, so I brought Jules up to meet him because I thought, you know, the chances are they'd be glad to meet him. And he's a great raconteur, isn't he? He's always very sociable. So Magic Man's going to be annoyed here as he sees Spotlight run past. Lorna says Jules is a wonderful house guest, so thoughtful of his host. Safe travels home, Jules. Exactly. And Yvonne says, love the clip-clops. There's going to be some little clip-clops here. So Ruth's shouting them, so maybe they're not coming. There's Marie going up to help. This is where I didn't want to break everyone off. Linda says Jules is great. Anne says, love watching him with everyone at the farm. I saw a farmer last summer at Yorkshire Shore. He says, I don't like that Jules. He says, and I says, genuine. He was a nice guy. We chatted for ages. He's not one for me. He's not one of us. I says, he actually is. You know, I said, I know he's a bit posh, and I said, but he's actually he's a real supporter of farming. He's a real countryman, and he's a supporter of rural life. So I'll turn these lights off. Well done. Thank you. Someone just said turn your lights off. So he's a good man. You know, I defended him. And I still think I didn't manage to convince this guy that he was a good man, but I tried. Oh, they've put that in. We only needed it. We only needed a small. That needs to come out now because he's going to rub that to bits. We just needed one of them small hay feeders. Anyway. So here comes Spotlight. So Spotlight and Magic Man are arguing over the gate. Oh, look, I'm best. No, I'm best. So there's Kiki. There's Apache Spirit. There's Alice. And Lily. And Spotlight. And Spotlight will be going back to Kent soon. Go on, you. And then what we'll do, you know the lady who scans cows, Ruth? She can scan, she's found out she can scan ponies.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. Go on, Spotlight. Go on. Go on. Go on. He's cocky, isn't he?
Yeah, oh, he's very much so.
Yeah. We've got an impasse here. Go on. Go on. Go on, Kiki. Go on, Spotlight. Go on, Lily. Go on, Tiger Lily. So yeah, she can scan. Obviously, the reason vets don't like to scan these little guys is because normal scans are via the rectum, which obviously, yeah, it sounds very painful for them. So that's not something we want to inflict on them. But this lady, Karen, and we'll next time she comes, we'll film her for Facebook, or she might be telly. And she scanned all the donkeys and the minis up at the top, the ones that are in.
She hasn't scanned these though, she?
No, she hasn't scanned these, but I don't think they've been pregnant long enough. Yeah, and they were all pregnant. You could see it, rib cage, everything on them. Who's ringing you? Should we turn anything else out while the going's good? Have you any experiences today?
Yes, there's quite a few today.
Have we?
Yeah, there's 4.
All right, leave them in.
Different things.
Right.
So we put Yorkshire Rose out. That's a little bit wet and slimy, but it's alright.
Yeah. Sultan's bullying that effer. Is he travelling all right? Cause
Tell you what, Rob, are you feeling it after Crown Green Bowling?
oh God, yeah.
Mate.
Never believed Crown Green bowling could make you stiff like that. It's ridiculous.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
think I've pulled something.
Yeah. You'd have been all right wrestling. You're a wreck.
I am. I'm falling to pieces.
Get some. Yeah, well, make sure whoever does it goes in with a fork afterwards, because it doesn't always happen.
Somebody will be doing it. Okay.
Lorna says, thank you for a great start to the day, Farmer Rob. It's been a wonderful live broadcast. Wishing you and all the team I can't manage to get that to open, but anyway, thank you for that. Victoria says, Farmer Ruth has done a podcast. Check out YouTube to watch. Yeah, anyone who's wanting to watch Farmer Ruth's podcast, if you haven't watched it already, subscribe to YouTube. Get onto YouTube if you possibly can. All the podcasts are there. Other content will. I think we were just going to tie an. No, but I think we were just going to tie a small one on Ruth. I think. Didn't we say we were going to tie a small feeder on there? No, like a small one. He's knocking it to bits. No, just literally one of those feeders, Dave.
That won't do it. That's not enough food for
No, it is for him. It's only him that can't get through.
But they'll eat it as well. I'm tired. This one's tied in 4 places and then you can't move it.
Yeah, he's rubbing himself to death on it. I thought it was a small one that we said. Isn't it? Right. So we had all the cows scanned last week. We've got Lilibet not showing in calf yet. We've got Lady. I would suspect Lady's been bulled and isn't just yet showing. I'd be surprised if she's not. So these two, and I think he's gonna absolutely terrorise that. But anyway. Oh, morning. So, Shirley Foster says, morning, Farmer Rob and Dave. Morning to you. June says, have a great day. Still 2,000 people watching. He's going to knock that to pieces. He's wasting some air. Janice says it was nice to see Charlotte on the Yorkshire Bet on Tuesday night. And Val says, thank you, Rob, for this live this morning. Loved every minute. That's a lovely thing to say. Thank you. So yeah, he's going to run with these two until they're confirmed in calf. And then we look forward to calves next year. Those short-horn calves, Ruth, probably need filling up 3 times a day with that trough, unless you can get something else in there. And that, that hook. See if you can. We need to find some kind of bolt cutters or something, or at least tie it up until Kieran's in tomorrow. But so. They probably need filling up 3 times, or at least twice a day, Ruth, them. Those calves, they're shifting a lot. Becky says, morning, Farmer Rob. How's you? Where will the Shires go when the work is done? The Shires will go mostly out in the field, and the rest of them will come into these 4 pens here if they need to be in. And we've got 4 decent sized pens here to bring them into. And then when the work's finished, they can all have scheduled outdoor time each day, which will be a lovely thing through the winter. Just give them a chance to stretch their legs, a buck a kick, and just a chance to get out and enjoy the sunshine or the rain, whatever it is. There's a duck flying over, a lone duck. So the American miniatures are back out. Where can we put Jumbo on? Anyway, we'll sort something out. Right, I'm going to go and get the trailer on now. I've got some sheep to shift about, got some jobs to do. So hope you've enjoyed our little wander this morning around the farm and catching up with Grace, with the other shires, with our sort of plans for the future. There's an exciting autumn and winter ahead of us. You know, we're really pleased about what's in the calendar, what's coming up. There's loads of stuff that's going to happen. Really pleased to be back with winter on the farm again. We're looking forward to the pumpkin festival. If you're coming down today, don't forget to say hello. We will be about. We'll be busy. We'll be doing jobs, but we've always got time to say how do you do and pass the time of day. We absolutely love meeting the people that come to see us and support us. So from Farmer Robert Cannonall Farm, thank you for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, whatever you're doing, meeting friends, family. You know, hopefully I'm going to try and get my work done and someone put something on me head then. And watch the football. I'm going to watch. I think it's Arsenal against Manchester City. That should be a good game. A game for the purists, I would say. It'd be interesting to see the brand of football played by both. Disappointed Barnsley lost yesterday, but anyway, never mind. It's only a game. There's this magpie working its way up this hill, checking everything, looking for everything. You know, they are pernicious predators, aren't they? It's looking for something to eat, which is a shame. Look at that. So lots of starlings. Another magpie there. There's two magpies in that bush. They're after something. So the swallows look to have gone, which I miss them badly, but I'm glad they've gone because leave it too late and they'll wish they hadn't. There were lots here last week though, so if they've gone, they've only just gone. Right, so from Farmer Robert Cannonall Farm, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day wherever you are. Thanks to everyone who came to the Supporters Day. Thanks to everyone who watched the live broadcast on our platform with Jules last night. And please consider giving us a subscribe on YouTube. Won't cost you a penny. You can watch all the podcasts and all the extra content that we will be posting on there in the coming weeks and months. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Cheerio.